Hey guys, this is Johnny at 9 Lives Racing. Today we're going to be doing a watch along with the Cletus McFarland channel. Thankfully, Cletus was nice enough to purchase one of our kits and put it on his Dale truck. And he did this really sweet video. It made over 1.4 million views, which was fantastic.
I mean, I don't like it.
And
I definitely don't like it.
This is kind of cool because they kind of go from this super unsold, you know, we don't necessarily like it, to, you know, you'll see. But, you know, just so you know who I am, so I run 9 Lives Racing. I'm not the end-all be-all on Aerodynamics, but I've been around long enough to share some knowledge for you guys. So we're going to jump right into this thing and just kind of go for it.
From Midnight Performance said we have to have a wing on our truck.
Yep, Manuel is right.
Perform in the quarter mile. So he made us order the same one he runs, and we got it.
Because Manuel is going to bet a bunch of money on this race, so he wanted these guys to really be hooked up.
Does it come with a wing tune-up? That goes on the
Yeah, does it? Did it come with directions at all?
No directions.
Okay, we need to look up what angle she's supposed to be.
You can just call us.
So all their trucks have wings.
And this
on
kit
them,
was super custom, so it's not like, you know, it's not like there's many instructions to be given.
So he said you got to put a wing on it, and
yeah, all 16 of the trucks had our wing on it.
So we got a wing. We're gonna run it. It'll be able to be taken off whenever, so it doesn't.
He thinks it's gonna be ugly.
The Dale truck, but it's gonna be on there.
You know, drag racers are pretty conservative guys. They always have this way of thinking that.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him what the angle is supposed to be. And this is just a protective end plate for shipping.
Yeah.
It appears.
Yeah, it's got
Welcome to the gang.
End plate,
hey.
And then it's got
Wang gang.
I don't know the proper name for it, but
yeah. We're just not big wing guys in this shop. No offense to people who are wing guys.
Not yet.
Well, I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
As it goes down,
and if it gives us rear downforce that we desperately want,
yeah, I mean,
that's
not that bad.
See?
We can keep it.
He's running over. He's winning.
Go a little higher than that, probably. But
I just did that so we
Yeah,
that's all the way on the bottom.
Oh boy, I might get ripped on the internet for this deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not that
actually
offended
ends
by
up loving it.
Now that I see it. All right, so let's check out these end plates too. There it is, 9 Lives Racing.
Thank
and
you,
this
sir.
guy said,
Thank you, sir.
what did you say? 600 pounds of downforce at 150 is the goal.
That's serious.
I mean, that's enough to turn it up another 10 pounds.
Yep.
Right? I mean, ideally. So we put this on, and then we get a little secondary wing.
You know, it's kind of funny because, like, people take Aerodynamicists, like, with a grain of salt, and they don't. And I think that's mostly because you'll catch a lot of dudes in the you catch a lot of dudes just bullshit. You know, kid makes a splitter and he goes, oh yeah, I should make 300 pounds, and he doesn't do any testing. But these guys don't know how much testing we do. We test everything. If you watch this YouTube channel, you'll see how much we actually do. So we know what they are. We know what to perform, because I mean, lying to you guys doesn't do anything. I mean, if we lie to somebody to make a sale, we'll sell one, and you ain't gonna keep the lights on by selling one.
It needs to be.
All right, you guys know we got the Escalade
And I'm going to jump
going
forward
on. We
from
told you guys we're going to do some
that
tasteful
truck's
mods,
already
which we
given
have right
away.
here.
It
This is about
was a
half the
fantastic
boxes
giveaway.
we normally
Everyone should
have
always
for
be jumping
giveaway.
on that.
And
But
we have some brand new t-shirts.
I'm going to fast forward us to when they pull this truck out of the shop.
You sit on top of it, test it out.
No.
He says no,
Look at that, Wang.
but we get him up there eventually.
Oh my goodness.
It's a rowdy thing for sure.
This Wang.
So I want to pause this real quick, just because the number one thing that guys like this, that, you know, no prep racers, will notice after the first initial drive is that they think they went slower because the truck's more stable. You know, they're used to the truck getting thrown all over the place at higher rates of speed. Randy, who was the first dude to do this, called me up and said that he thought he lost 20 miles an hour because the truck was stable. And after he hit 130 miles, after he went over 110, I think it was, the truck had a hard time staying connected to the road. And then we threw a wing on it, and he thought he went, you know, he's normally hitting 130 something. And once we got him hooked up with the wing, he thought he lost 30 miles an hour because the truck was just so stable. But when he checked his data, he went faster. So you'll see these guys. The big shock and awe after their first run is kind of funny because they don't know what it is. They don't know why it's acting the way it is. Watching that little shifter on the right move around. You know, this little thing here, that's fun.
Whoa! That was great!
He just realized he didn't go slower.
That was fantastic!
Dude, that looked so smooth.
Isn't it?
See?
It sounded like something might have flown off on the top end, but it was so
really?
smooth, yeah.
What do you
Ty's going out to look.
Sounded or you saw?
I heard something like ting, tang, ting, tang.
Somebody left a 10 mil.
That ain't good.
Hey, maybe it was a wrench if he knew what it was.
He just said, I think I know what it is.
But it looked too smooth, so that means we need to turn this sucker up.
Well, that's the same tune as the last run where it was like rah, 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 all over the traction control.
Really? So the wing may have helped that much.
Okay, well, no traction control on that run.
Okay.
That's why
Yeah.
it black tracked for.
That's what I was
It's not a
saying.
real heavy black track. I was watching a video.
It was close.
I was watching a video from the last time we ran with
Yeah.
traction, and it did the same thing, same marks. When it gets down to about 400 foot, there's a bump. In January when we tested, it hits that bump and like black tracks, like you burn
Lights
out
them
again.
off, yeah.
This time it didn't.
Yeah, I just.
So a lot of these guys are saying is like, you know, you're running on an unprepped surface, so the track is terrible. And the way the wing works is that it adds downforce, right? And downforce adds weight. And weight plus friction is your grip. And so what the wing is doing is it's adding weight without adding mass. So it doesn't slow you down, but you're able to put more power down to the ground with this lighter object. You know, you'll see a lot of dudes racing with just weights stacked in the back of their trucks or cars. We just did a Mustang this afternoon that had 350 pounds in the back of his car, and he's just looking for more. And we're like, well, dude, we got it for you. So we can get you up to 1,500 pounds. With a dual element carbon wing.
She lit them up good, boys.
And I think this hooks and goes. Also, the other thing is once you got the grip, then you can start adding more power into it, which is kind of what these guys are figuring out.
Definitely pulling better on that one.
Yeah, they're starting to turn the wick up. They're finding some loose ends.
We're showing a 553.
Nice.
Well, we can't be excited. We're still 10 slower than last time.
That's
we were
okay. We're moving in the right direction.
We did move in the right direction. Feels like it's being pushed down more, but I don't know.
It's your mind. Or
Told you, everyone's skeptical.
I mean, it felt really like it was pulling the strongest I've felt in practically months. If we just procrastinated this test session so badly.
See?
It's a shotgun as well.
Ty changed to the rear end height, so it's like.
So they're trying to find
we've never
anything that
started
isn't
right-handed,
the
but
wing to blame the
before we
extra
didn't
grip
have
on.
much shaft showing, and it was swatting.
The other thing is, with the wing, downforce hasn't taken the play until you're up a mile an hour. So if it goes, shows separation, it shows a dip down, and holds there, or progressively goes down.
Yeah, we can look at
Yeah,
the
he's
second.
right. So basically what he's saying is that
Yeah,
at
it is pulling harder up top.
what they're saying is that the wing doesn't work at low speeds, which is correct.
This purple
But
line
here, let's check this out.
on the bottom is the drive shaft speed, right? Look at how it's so solid on this last one. And then look on the one from 2 months ago, James.
Yeah.
See how it's jumping all over? It's spinning.
So basically they're saying is they're testing stupid fighty thing. So basically what they're doing is they're saying that they got the grip laid out right there, and you can see on the top line that last time they ran without the wing, they were blowing the tires off, and so they were pulling power out of it, so that way they could run more, so that way the truck would be more stable. But now they're, not having that problem anymore. So they're going to be looking to add more power back in.
But now it's dead planted. See, this bottom line is this last run. It's slower. Drive shaft RPM was higher on the other run, but it's blowing the tires off.
Spinning the tire.
And then this one,
What you need to do is just tell Pete from this point on in the run. See how these are laid on top of each other?
yeah, let me put the boost on there for you. I mean, we're not even full boost till here.
Yeah. You need to turn it up from that point on.
Yeah, because the new graph, the solid line, I mean, that sucker is pretty smooth.
Yeah, you could even see in there where, let me pump that back a little bit.
From
You
this
can even
point
see in there where they had, that's the bump that they were talking about before. They'd hit the bump and they'd lose grip, which is here. The same track, same truck, just with the wing. Now they hit that bump and the thing's locked in.
on in the run.
So-
See how these are on.
Do another one. Jump in another run.
Holy crap.
This is with them adding more power. And Jack Stan said at the beginning of the video that they were getting.
Let's go!
Jack Stan was saying at the beginning of the video they could turn up
bud.
the boost
Well, it
if they had more
picked
grip.
up 145 60 foot, and then a 548 well, it says 159 miles an hour, but that is not correct.
Maybe it's in your mind because, I mean, you did think the Summit truck went like 140 or whatever you guessed.
Okay, here it is. It was a 5, like sometimes the label shows different, but it was a 548 at 139.
Okay.
So we're close, but I feel like the first 10 feet is really slow.
Yeah, it is.
And
And that's where,
do we just need to throw a pound at it down there and see what that does?
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
It's pulling great up top, and it's like not unstable yet.
No,
See?
it looks really good.
I think you can take
Yeah, they
way
don't-
more
I
power.
hit that
Yeah.
bump and it just.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's turn the wig
Didn't
out.
even-
Nailed the
phase
bump. It did. I mean, it just went right over.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we're still 500ths slower than our best time the other day, so we got to keep working.
I think it's because
I mean,
I'm blaming the tire on that one.
Downforce comes drag no matter what, so we're pushing a lot more through the air now.
I wanted to comment on that line from TJ that we pride ourselves on making as little drag as we possibly can. So we are always looking for, zero drag as the goal. And you'll end up seeing us do, that our wing will do, requires 2 horsepower to move at 100 miles an hour just because we've focused so much on reducing drag because, I mean, if you got 8 bajillion horsepower and you just forget about drag and you line up against someone else with 8 bajillion horsepower and they've remembered about it, they're going to wax you. So we're always looking for lowest drag. So what TJ's saying here is right. You do lose some mile an hour, but we're at a 15-to-1 lift to drag. And if you're looking at like a spoiler or something, that's like a 2-to-1. So you're actually losing a lot of speed with one of those other items. So he probably just doesn't know about how much testing we got put into these wings.
Yeah, it's just, and we have a 10 knot headwind for sure. Yeah.
10 knot
All
headwind's
right,
good
guys,
for
here
us.
we go. We brought in more
We
boost
like that.
sooner. Still dead hook. Drive shaft curve is clean. That wing's working.
Be more. You can see where it starts to push. It actually
Yeah.
loads it. See where
This is
down.
where all
All
our
of a sudden,
time
they're
needs
not
to be
talking
made
about
up. This
taking
is
it off
where
the truck
traction
anymore, are
is
they?
So heavy. I would love to get that. If we get those 2 humps sorted out and the drive shaft curve, man, we'd be hauling the mail.
Has he got any dumps closing or opening right at
Yeah.
that time or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to ask him.
To see what's going on.
Mr.
there.
Pete Harold. We gotta see what his plan is. This thing is running good though. Alright guys, well the truck is so planted, we're adding even more boost. And we're making some adjustments to the traction control to hopefully be a little bit smoother. And we're gonna see what that does.
Try to make this video a little shorter. Note his hat. His hat's actually getting pushed forward in the cab under all the acceleration. forgot the name of that.
Oh, did go faster.
Well,
Well, went a little faster.
looks good.
That was a 544.
Nice.
Now we're 100th off our PB. But it was spinning. Was it smoking?
He thinks it was spinning.
Oh, it felt like it was spinning up top.
He thinks it was.
I hope that's not like transmission.
Golly, what?
I mean, I'm just telling you what I know so we don't show up to the race with a hurt transmission.
Again.
Yeah, let's jump back.
Converter is locking and unlocking up top.
So
That's why it's like,
the spin on top was actually the transmission
fix
giving it
that.
up.
What are you doing, Ty?
And Ty's gonna tighten up the ice
paint
block.
job on the
So on this one, they fixed up the transmission. They added the more boost in, and they smoothed it out on the hit. So right at the very beginning.
Let's go!
That thing's gotta be a riot to drive.
What do you think?
Definitely pepped up more. Look good.
Look good.
Look good.
New PB.
Oh.
New PB.
Oh.
Give it to me, Cleet.
Really?
That one looks good.
New PB 541
Nice.
at
Nice.
137. Lost a mile an
Wow,
hour.
okay.
That's interesting. What do you think about that, Jackson?
The best part is
That one made us see why.
It looked good out of the
nobody
hole.
knows why he slowed down. They stopped blaming the wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 541,
I don't know why.
137.
It's insane at 60.
143.60, which I think ties our PB. Oh, I got out of it early.
There it is.
Oh,
What a
okay.
scumbag.
Oh, okay. You said it. I was thinking
You
it.
said it, not me.
We get these all the time. You know, you go out, you'd run a great lap or you run a great sesh, and you just do something harebrained, dummy move that you've never done, and it's such a rookie move, and you just hate yourself for it. That's racing. That's the way it goes.
Pass, he just threw it away.
Yeah. Thanks, Jackson. Like I didn't already know this.
So
In
yeah,
case you didn't know.
What a loser, dude. What an absolute idiot loser.
We've all been there, bud.
That's all
I'm
right.
so pissed.
That's what testing's for.
it is
Wow.
interesting. You got to you got to win on Sunday. That's when you got to go.
I can't say nothing for a few months. I'll tell you that much. All right, we got a little bit of traction control, so you see the two timing dips, but look at how it is still dead hooked.
Yeah.
It will take more power.
There it is.
Undoubtedly will take more boost. I mean, that's 30 pounds right there up top. Boy P had 35 in it. We got more to go.
They're gonna put another 5 pounds
That's
in
no
that.
lockup now, so clean that up.
Yeah.
Solid, dude.
35
All
pounds
right.
of boost on the
We're
LS.
trying to get one more, guys. It is about to rain. We got a little bit of time. Wind is wicking up bad. Let me tell you one thing. That wing is absolutely
Let's go.
working. Because we have not spun past the halfway point in the run a single time today.
It's working.
It's got to be the wing. That's really sick.
Best part of the whole video, right
Man,
there.
I'm pumped.
Best part of the video. We took them from this all the way back here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. We went from this.
A wing on our truck for it to perform in the quarter mile. So he made us order the same one he runs, and we got it, and we're gonna install it.
Yeah,
And
it's there.
Does it come with a wing tune-up?
That goes on the.
yeah, did it come with directions at all?
No directions.
Okay, we need to look up what angle she's supposed to be at. So all their trucks have wings on them. All the ones that win all the time now.
So,
All of them.
oh wait, here. He went from this.
that's a wing.
That's a
Doing
wing.
it, or are you having second thoughts?
No, I mean I don't like it.
He hates it.
I
He hates
definitely
it
don't
right
like
there.
it
From that to this.
Solid, dude. All right, we're gonna try and get one more, guys.
Where to go? Where to go?
Take more boost. I mean, that's 30 pounds right there up top. Boy P had 35 in it. We got more to go. That's no lockup now, so clean that up.
Yeah.
Solid, dude.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna try and get one more, guys. It is about to rain.
Yeah,
We got a little bit of traction control.
he went from I hate this thing's stupid, to yeah, we're gonna do something with this. So that was pretty cool. But that's it for the video. They go out and do one more run, but it ends up not being good because the weather was turning on them. So, but we're gonna call it there. Videos for our video here is running a little long. If you guys got any questions or anything, drop it in the comments. Let us know. Always happy to help you out. And again, try to find us at 9livesracing.com. Thanks, guys.